Hi everyone, welcome back to Africa Budget Pellet Gunner, and today we've got something a little bit different. So I want to talk a little bit about a series that I'm going to be starting, and I think it's something that some of you might be interested in. Perhaps some of you won't be interested in, but I'm sure you'll let me know down in the comments below if it's something that you'd like to see. So let me give you a little bit of history first before we delve too deep into this. So this year I was competing in a Benchrest competition, so basically for the complete season. I didn't shoot all of the shoots, but I shot majority of the shoots, and I was competing with my Artemis P12, and it went fairly well. I ended up getting a third position overall. I was shooting an average of between 210 and 220 on average. My best score was a 227 out of 250, so definitely it was a pretty good season, went fairly well. But towards the end of the season I had to sell my P12 for some personal reasons, and it is what it is. So one of the things that I really noticed is when I was doing this competition, I was competing against guys that were using really high-end rifles. So we're talking about guys using FX, guys using Day State, guys using air arms, S400, S500, some guys using the Oregon 2. So definitely some very, very nice PCPs and some really high-end stuff. But it got me thinking that, yes, in order to be able to compete at the highest level in Benchrest, you would definitely have to fork out quite a bit of bucks. But for me, it's not so much about competing, but rather trying to improve myself and going out and enjoying it, and being able to do it on a budget just makes it that much sweeter when you do well. So what's happened in the interim? Well, as you can see, I've bought myself yet another Artemis CP2. You all know that I love this platform to bits, and this is again Artemis CP2, but this one I've bought in 177 caliber, and the reason I've done that is just so that the pellets itself is cheaper, but also that I can get a flatter trajectory when I'm shooting Benchrest competitions. So what is this series that I'm talking about? Well, what I'm going to be doing next year, from January next year, I'm going to be shooting this Artemis CP2 in the Benchrest. This is the 25 meter Benchrest competition, and I'm going to be shooting it like that for the entire year, just using this CP2. And yes, I'm not the best Benchrest shooter in the world, but definitely I'm learning as I go. But I'd like to share my learnings with you, share the bit of the background work that goes into Benchrest shooting, and just share the whole season as we go along. How does it go? Do we improve? Do we get worse? What changes do we make? And just take it from there. But I'd like to share it with you guys, and I think it might be something that a lot of you would be interested in, and perhaps maybe even some of you join in the Benchrest competition. So definitely something I'm looking forward to. Something that a lot of people don't know about Benchrest shooting, it always looks very easy to do, and when you do have the higher end equipment, it does tend to be quite a bit easier, but it's actually quite a lot of technical details that goes into Benchrest shooting. And besides the technical details, there's actually quite a bit of skill as well. You need to be able to read the wind. You need to know what the wind is going to do when you're shooting on your on the different days, how it's going to affect your pellets, how you need to change your point of aim. We also need to keep in mind temperatures. We need to keep in mind your rifle itself, how that's performing. You need to keep in mind the optics that you're going to use. So there's really quite a lot of details that goes into Benchrest shooting, and that's what I'm going to do with this little rifle. We're going to use it for complete season of Benchrest, and I'm going to take you through step for step all the different things that I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the changes that I've made, some of the changes that I still want to make, which costs money. So Those might come a little bit later in the year, but definitely I want to take you with me on this journey of Benchrest shooting, and we're going to use a budget platform. Let's see how it goes. So until next time, guys, look out for part 1 of this season, Benchrest shooting with the CP2. See you around.